quite come up successful with this one, but neither team really yet to pull the trigger here with their DPS players.
But XQC, again, caught in a very bad situation. Jared actually finishes the job, pushes him off, but he was already very low to begin with, and that's going to be Renegades pulling off this first fight.
Excellent positioning, I think, from the tanks of Renegades. Does have his ultimate up once again, so he can bring his team back into this one. Pulse bomb's out there. Dante doesn't find anything, but Dahoon's actually taken down while he's trying to drop the beat. That is huge, Yerks, because now they've got about 10 seconds to go. Can Dahoon and XQC get back in time? Self-destruct is off the map coming out there from space. Oh, he actually does get Megachu. Pans out pretty well for him, and Jesus comes around the corner. He might be able to turn this around for his team.
Jared getting down pretty low. The Resurrect comes out. ZZA actually pulling out the barrage, but he gets completely murdered there by Jesus, and Megachu finally unleashes one of his own. And look at the healing coming out onto Megachu. I mean, he had Sherlocky on him there and just keeping him alive barely, but that's going to be 1-0 start for Tracer. I mean, Jesus just barreling into him, and that's going to be a struggle if you're on the Winston. I mean, especially if the Tracer's just got a lot of room to work with, because really, I mean, ZZA is just kind of just struggling to try to take down Megachu in the sky.
Decent peel coming out there for the side of Sherlocky, as it was Dante almost coming out with that first kill in the back line. Regardless, still, both teams kind of hovering over this point right now, looking to make a move, and I'm looking for a little bit of damage into that back line. We're yet to actually see Jesus try to get back onto Ginger Pop. He's the first to drop here, but XQC going down is really big for Renegades, getting rid of that main tank.
Oh, look at the position from Megachu, though. He might be able to just kind of jump in here and maybe even the odds a little bit.
Thus far, as Dante's actually in the back line. There's a barrage coming out. He does pick up a crucial kill on the both supports, actually. Sherlocky had the Resurrect available. Herox wasn't able to get that one off because he is the first to drop, and it looks like this should be YIKES' round. They are going to be able to clean this one up still. They have to take care of business with Jesus. He's going to drop here. 3 seconds to get back. They might be able to touch this one. Doesn't look like that's the case, and we've got 2 100-0 rounds on our team with that Discord orb active. Then they should be in a decent position. I love this change, but no, it's Sherlocky the first to drop. Dante going to take care of business in the back line.
And that's a huge pickup because, I mean, just as we were just mentioning, that those Discord orbs are really, really important here. But Dante in the back line just ripping apart. Megachu takes him down, and Dante and Space coming together for basically every kill, every important kill, just, again, systematically just taking them apart. And they do win that first fight yet again here. I mean, Sherlocky not really involved in that last fight, certainly have to win there. So he wasn't going to be able to get up into that high ground that he really wanted. And because of that, he doesn't have the positioning to actually pull off a good tac visor. Jared with Renegades trying to just hold on. I mean, this is desperation here with the sound barrier. Not really going to have a lot of value. And as Barrage comes out, that's going to be all the cleanup that YIKES needs. And really, that should be it.
Yeah, it certainly should be the round. Pulse bomb's out there. Jesus trying to touch. He will not touch it in time, unfortunately, as that will be YIKES coming through with the third round, up 2-1 here. And that fight,
to get some separation for himself, a little bit of distance coverage so that you can get XQC or Space into a bad position or at least pull them out of the fight. But at this stage, I mean, again, XQC is taken low, but the fact that they're all just kind of stacked up together, they're getting that major healing that they need here, Storm, and they're just coming out with pick after pick here, despite the fact that Jesus actually still has been putting in work this entire time.
I like what Jesus is trying to do. He's trying to deny what Dante is doing here, as Jesus picks up the kill onto Space. That's a nice pickup for these guys, getting rid of him, especially since they lost Primo Dolce so early on in the fight, especially with Jesus now getting pretty low, needs to be able to keep himself healthy. They go ahead and pop the Primal Rage there from XQC to try to hold on with what's left here, but he's going to be forced to more than likely build. The struck from Zachary, though, he's actually forced that one out. There's Barrage. Megachu, a lot of that was absorbed by Space, but he's actually just taken out of the mech. That's all they really get from it, but I think that's still definitely a win for these guys. But there's a Barrage now. Pizza coming through, able to find onto Sherlocky. Sherlocky had Resurrect. We're at 70% here. We'll have to see, can they hold on to this and make this the final fight?
Oh, man, Megachu actually denied the health pack in the air as XQC gonna take him in the air, just getting him all the way up there at such a high altitude, but then we do see the Pulse Bomb at the ready here as well. It comes out. He's going to deny XQC any further kills as Space on the point. Going to be assisted there by ZZA, and there's actually Ginger Pop coming through, picking XQC back up, and the fair battle is becoming very intense at this stage as Megachu doesn't have that pocket there. Dante finishes him off.
I think that's going to be it. Yeah, Primo just going to be dropped here. They do get to 99%. Space is in the area, so is Jesus, but he is being pretty much dived upon there by XQC. They've got 3 people on the point with Jared coming around on the Lucio. But remember, they don't have a Resurrect to work with. Sherlocky makes a change over to Soldier 76 Yerks. Overtime ticking down still. They should be able to funnel into this Yerks, but they just don't have the numbers just yet.
And that's the problem. I mean, Sherlock, he doesn't have the ability to resurrect as he is on the soldier just to try to sprint over. And that's not going to be...
GG.
Yeah, that's it. 3-1 in favor of YIKES as we move to the second.
As they are yet to make a push, waiting for Dahoon to get back into this one. Still, need to find a way to deal. Oh, Sherlock, he hooked in there. He's going to be dropped, and this is looking pretty good as ZZA actually going to be able to come through with the nano boost. He should be able to melt these guys down.
Oh, but such a good tack visor coming out from Megachu. It looks like they might be able to hold on to this one, despite a really, really solid pick onto Sherlocky, who had that nano boost, which would have obviously swung the fight. That tack visor might have saved things, but oh, what a graviton!
Able to pick up 2 with that one space as well with the whole hog. Able to feed into that. Great positioning from Mangachu, just unfortunately not enough with the tag visor. It picks up a third kill there on the XQC, but there are still 5 people here for the side of YIKES. 220 on the board. Mangachu can't do this alone, as that will be the first checkpoint captured by YIKES in a pretty solid time.
Over there, just getting a bunch of damage out.
Need to be very wary of Dante. Dante's taking down Mangachu, gets him with the Helix. He had the Pulse Bomb ready to go. Oh my goodness, XQC not going to get a whole lot of value off of that nano boost because of what Jesus was able to do. But no, it's going to be a Graviton Surge coming back from Pizza. The cleanup crew is here, and what looked to be a fight for Renegades here turned around thanks to the Graviton Surge, and honestly a big bio grenade from Ginger Pop, bringing everybody down from the side of Renegades.
Yeah, he had 2 good ones there. He actually secured the kill onto Jared with that as well. You know, obviously Jared looking to try to stall it out long enough for his team to get in there and contest before that objective actually gets pulled out. But now 2 minutes remain, just completely just dominating here with these pulse bombs that are coming out.
Oh no! XQC drops the shield at the wrong time. He gets charged into it. It's the nano boosted Reinhardt versus nano boosted Reinhardt. Zachary though hooked off from the side. How does XQC come out of that engagement alive? It's the heals coming out there from Ginger Pop. He keeps him healthy throughout that in the one-on-one. Another incredible shatter, but unfortunately the team's not really there to follow up off of it, Urix.
And Ginger Pop taken down pretty low. The right clicks from Jesus. Looks like he's trying to finish the job, but Jared does it instead. And Jesus is all over the place. Whole Hog comes out. I'm not really sure if they wanted to really do that. I mean, 20 seconds left. You know, the timing maybe makes sense as they want to just get those guys clear of the payload so that it's a very disjointed fight. You want to clean up quick, but I think he could have done it without that. I mean, he was going to probably die anyways, but we'll have to see. I mean, Megachu making that swap over to McCree at the moment. This is the last-ditch effort here. 5 seconds remaining. They have to get onto the point, so they are going to get very aggressive. And that's the Graviton coming out as Dante actually gets picked off right as he takes out Jer.
It only hits one of them, unfortunately. That wasn't the best Graviton Surge, but picking up a kill onto the Lucio is definitely solid. Allows space to actually get up in the front, use that whole hog, but Primo caught way out of position, way in the back, gets picked off there. And of course, they're going to have to win another team fight still to move forward. They have a few people on the payload, should be able to get regrouped from both ends for one final engagement, Urix.
Primo needs to come up big with yet another shatter here. I mean, he's gotten a couple of really strong ones before. He really needed to land that fire strike so he could have the setup, but he got it there. And he goes behind and he still gets it!
He hits space. Oh, Pizza almost taken off the map, but the big Graviton Surge coming through. Zachary clearly showing up here on Kings Row. I have loved what I've seen from this guy. He has been on par with these projected barriers. Kings Row in particular, like you had mentioned previously. They're actually going to make them back up for the time being, but look, it kind of opens up a lot of room for Dante to move through into the back line if they do back all the way to the hotel and archway. But no, Zachary finding the first kill there thanks to a hook as well. Its space is out of the map, and this is going to allow for them to actually try to avoid Dante. It looks like they're not even trying. Nice hook from Jesus, though, finally finishes him off. And the Hanzo really not the biggest impact there, but Urix, he's at 90% on his ultimate, and that's a quick point of capture.
Yeah, we didn't see him landing a lot of those scatter kills. I mean, he went for a kill there onto Jared, but it hit that curve and just bounced the wrong way. Otherwise, he definitely would have landed that. Still, though, landing out a lot of damage for his team. And really, really good angle, actually, for Megachu, but Zachary still has to get that thing up. He needs that Graviton to come up, but they all just file directly out of that street, which is huge for them. And a nice sound barrier coming out from Jer, actually, as the Graviton comes out, but there's no Dragon Strike at all.
Megachu was taken down, but still, they have the numbers. Primo gets the nano boost up here. He's swinging away with that hammer. Doesn't look like Ginger Pop should be able to hang on too long here. And even with Jesus kind of being around the corner there, and a nice Earth Shatter coming out from XQC to get that fight started, it's going to be Renegades coming out on top and more than likely securing a second checkpoint here unless XQC has something to say about that. Doesn't have a whole lot of other teammates in the area, but they are slowly coming behind him with Dahoon. They should be able to make a contest.
Yeah, I really would have liked to see the Dragon Strike come out there. I mean, Megachu has been really solid, but he's just going to use it to instigate this next fight and really kind of split them up. Dahoon going to be eliminated so quickly by it.
didn't really have much of an opportunity to get out of that one. Ginger Pop was forced to use his Bio Grenade on himself to keep himself alive, but still they've got the numbers. There's a nice hook. Oh, projected barrier from Zachary keeps Primo alive as they will capture the second checkpoint and add another 90 seconds to the clock. 4:08 to work.
Got nano boosted for the damage reduction, so he didn't die off. He maintained high energy. Mangachu just barreled in with that Dragon Strike, and again, he's just taking guys out inside the Graviton that came out from YIKES, actually.
I'm not sure if this fight is over. They're still on the payload. Dahoons, no one's here. Get on the point. Ginger Pop is still here. They're not even on the point, Hurix. They still had 3 people in the area. It looked like YIKES had the numbers, but no. Renegades, with 2 people on the payload, complete the map and tie the series up 1-1. We're headed to a final map in Hollywood to determine who moves into the semifinals.
And Space even had that hookup too. I mean, he could have tried to, make a play there. Want to just jump in and try to get in there and take some kills. And they do the same thing again, but look at this. Primo just jumping right back in, but he gets pulse bombed when he tries. Sends him right up to the moon.
Yeah, he was on the ground trying to hide in the corner. Dante spotted him last time there, and this time it was no secret that he was hiding out. But Mangachu now, Dark Visor activated, finds his kill in the skies, pulse bomb out there, but no, Ginger Pop comes through with that Resurrect to get them both back up into this one, and this is looking favorable for YIKES. They've got the numbers. Already used Resurrect though.
Mangachu under pressure. He actually winds up killing himself off with that heal truck that comes out, and Sherlocky trying to help out Primo, who came in late now off of that respawn after getting pulse bombed earlier. ZZA almost got slept there by Sherlocky, but does manage to just elude that for the time being, and still this is back and forth here on the point storm as Sherlocky trying to get a little bit of distance. Self-destruct comes out in a weird position actually from Zachary as he needs to get back into that mech, and Barrage kills off too.
Oh, that was rough for Primo. He tried to jump into the sky with that Primal Rage. I think it expired mid-jump there, and he just got melted down by the Barrage. But right now, Renegades just trying to buy as much time as they possibly can. They still have 3 people in the area right here, and make it 4 as it looks like Jarek should be able to make it back in time. And every second counts. Already 2 minutes off the clock with essentially only 2 team fights here, but it's seemingly going to be YIKES coming through with the team fight victory.
Yeah, XQC's presence is just too strong here on this point. I mean, they just weren't able to get the damage out to get him down. If they would have been able to find that kill, they probably would have been able to get back onto the point and actually be taking pot shots as if they're just like, well,
it's Space now. Space, actually not Space. Space makes a change over to the Roadhog, and now they don't really have any way to get onto that high ground to try to deal with it. Nano Visor coming out though from Mangachu. He drops to the low ground willingly because again, there is no Winston to knock them down. There is no Diva anymore as Space made that change over to the Roadhog here. And something we're not seeing from Dante anymore is his presence and what he was able to do on Lijiang Tower, getting into the backline. We haven't seen that from him yet. And now they've only got 20 seconds to go.
The major issue is that at this stage, okay, I do like the Genji swap actually, because now he can go up there, he can try to, push them back, be, a little bit aggressive and just kind of at least get someone in their face so that they have someone else to look at.
Is it too late though? And it's his all or nothing here for the side of YIKES. Nice hook, self-destruct out there, but Soundberry should be able to keep him alive through that damage, but XQC's shield is actually taken down. Primo picks up that immediate kill onto Dante, gonna allow for a little bit more wiggle room from Jesus on the Widowmaker up top, still sniping away here. They've got the numbers. They did lose Jer. Not a whole lot of ultimates available though. We'll see as they continue to move the payload forward.
And Sherlocky, I mean, no one's really trying to touch him. I mean, he hasn't even healed himself this entire fight. He's sitting on the bridge at 140 HP. What a biotic grenade from Sherlocky. Actually should be able to deny the healing coming out from that Lucio and maybe find a kill. The nano boost is ready to go. We'll have to see if he wants to pull it out. I think they really should. It's in overtime right now. If you can have any hopes of winning the fight, you pull it out now, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Mangachu down pretty low. Nano boost comes out anyways, though, as the hook comes out as well.
Attack Visor will be activated here. XQC put to sleep. Coming through from Sherlocky. That is a game-changing play from him. Still, it's Jesus. He is finally taken down. He was taken down just before that fight kind of ensued here as Dante tried to deal with him. XQC, the lone survivor, a huge shadow comes through.
He's on the point.
He's not on the point, and Renegades hold them just as short again from no Zarya to accommodate him as Zachary is on the Genji. So a big change up from Renegades. I like what I see. Let's see what they can make of it with the 4 minutes they have.
Oh, Dante just narrowly avoiding that what would have been a one-shot from Mangachu as he came up onto Gatorade there, but actually it is going to be contested by XQC as Sherlocky opening up. They are already finding kills here, Storm.
XQC can't get away from Primo. The Discord Orb is too much to handle here, and they are going to end up capturing this first checkpoint in a remarkable time. Make it about 40-ish seconds here, X, and they're going to have over 5 minutes to work with to basically get through one checkpoint. Can YIKES hold it? Yes. they can at this stage. They're going to be an ult disadvantage, though. This will be very rough for 530.
Yeah, and the Shimada brothers are coming forward as
Live, Jer does have that ultimate ready to go, but an early pick onto Dante. XQC is going to be the nano boost to target once again. What can Zachary get done? Dragon strikes out. It doesn't find anything right away, but Ginger Pop will be dropped with a scatter here. They're on the payload Heroics. They have Mangachu with the high ground. They don't really have to worry about too much from the threat of XQC as he's taken down. They've got a few on the payload. Oh man, Pulse Bomb finds one, but Transcendence is out from Sherlocky. They only have to worry about a couple people since Space is taken out of the mech.
And ZZA gets eliminated too, so they don't really have a presence on the point. It's going to be contested for a little while longer as 15 seconds is remaining on the time.
He dropped the beat. He was knocked up in the air. Excellent play from the Winston with the Primal Rage. He knocks him up. That is Renegades taking it with 6.4 seconds remaining. They will be moving into the semifinals here with a 2-1 victory over YIKES.
Primo literally saving the day there by just throwing that Lucio into the skies, denying that ult from coming down, and that's definitely an interesting way to finish out a match because, you know,